Well, we're joined now by Dr. Pankania, who's an epidemiologist and senior lecturer at University of Exeter's Medical School. Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you think it is right to postpone the easing measures in England?
Oh, absolutely. But more to the point, they should not have had the premature lifting of the lockdown in the first instance. This is the area of concern that we have been highlighting since Prime Minister Johnson said he was lifting the lockdown. There was a lot of case numbers already in circulation, and our test and trace system is not fully operational. Therefore, we see the consequences of lifting the lockdown measures, and we need to sort of put the brakes on, as Prime Minister Johnson says.
Of course, many countries have problems with testing and tracing, but in the UK, as elsewhere, we are now in August. Why is it still not, as we need it to be, fit for purpose?
I think we went down the path of reinventing the wheel. That's what happened. The United Kingdom has got a marvellous public health system. Public Health England, the lead agency, with local authorities having their public health consultants and teams there. And in the swine flu pandemic, we did the test and the trace systems locally. Run nationally, but we delivered it locally, and it worked very well. So for us to go down the route of inventing a centrally run test and trace system is an error, and it can never match that local intelligence, that local skill, that local input that we know of, and we pick things up very quickly. So those are the issues, I'm afraid.
And is the government listening to you and others who make that point?
I think we are where we are, but one good thing that they are listening, and it was very, very, very telling when, of all people, Jeremy Hunt said we need to have a local approach a couple of months ago, something that I had been promoting for some time. We really do need local data, local experts, locally run, and local command and control. Otherwise, we end up with situations like Leicester, where you get a phone call from nationals telling you you've got a problem. That should never happen. Local people should know about a rising tide in their own area.
What advice do you have today for individuals? Of course, the restrictions on people returning to work are lifted today, even if some other restrictions are not being lifted. What is your advice to individuals right now on their own social distancing, face covering, return to work, work from home and so on?
I think education is power, and there's so many different versions of advice and guidelines. People are naturally confused. Therefore, I say to people, educate yourself and tell yourself the A to Z of how the virus behaves and how it infects. And then you will be in a position to make your decisions. So my advice at the moment would be, please don't drop your guard. Just because restrictions have been lifted and you've been invited back to work does not mean the virus has gone away. So insist on face coverings, and it has to be tight-fitting masks, not just a loose, flimsy thing put on your face ceremoniously. Furthermore, make sure that the place of work has got good ventilation. And one more thing, just cancel 2020. It would be a better strategy. Go easy, take it easy, have a low profile with fellow human beings, and look forward to a better 2021. I think that is a good general measure that everyone can take.
Dr. Pankania, thank you.